Coming up, a daring flooded cave rescue. We'll share the details next. And Cuba and the United States continue diplomatic talks. I'll show you everything you need to know. KRIS 6 News starts right now. Thank you for joining us. I'm Melissa Trevino. Well, the weather is heating up here in the coastal bend, but will these summer days be ruined by some rain? For that answer, we're now joined by meteorologist Katie Frazier for a first look at our forecast.
Good afternoon, everyone, and happy Saturday to you. It's been a beautiful day so far, and we have more good weather ahead in this week's forecast. Right now, taking a live look outside, plenty of blue, beautiful blue skies up above the coastal bend right now. And what you can expect as we move into the next couple of days, really, first off tonight, great, but we are going to see increasing clouds throughout the evening tonight. It is going to stay warm, a little muggy as well. Tomorrow we're going to keep those clouds, but the good news is we're staying dry. So a really great day to go outside, do some hiking, do some biking, do some walking, anything like that. Looking ahead though, staying warm. Of course, we're heading into our summer season with some storm chances returning here across the coastal bend as well. So coming up in a few more minutes, we'll talk about everything you need to know to stay on top of this week's weather. Definitely stay tuned for that coming up in just a few more moments.
U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says the U.S. has seized about $1 billion in Iranian cryptocurrency. He made the comment during Friday's panel at the 2026 Reagan National Economic Forum. Bessent says the U.S. just outright grabbed the wallets. He added that the owners of some of the seized accounts may not know yet. Speaking of Iran, let's take a look at our current gas prices. Well, as of today, the average price for a gallon of gas in Corpus Christi is $3.68, while the statewide average is $3.80 and the national average is $4.30. The top U.S. commander in Latin America has met with Cuban military leaders. General Francis Donovan held what they're calling a brief exchange on operational security near the Navy base in Guantanamo Bay. The visit comes as President Trump ramps up pressure on Cuba. He previously warned Cuba is next after U.S. military forces captured Venezuela leader Nicolas Maduro. The Pentagon now says a new unit of sailors and Marines will rotate into the region. U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is reassuring allies that Washington remains committed to Pacific security. Hegseth softened past comments that described China as an imminent threat. Instead, he said the priority is to keep a balance of power and prevent any country from dominating the region. The comments come just weeks after President Trump met the president of China in Beijing. Hegseth also said there's no change in U.S. policy toward Taiwan. President Trump is backing a federal report recommending fewer vaccines for children. A January study from the Department of Health and Human Services said kids should get vaccines for 11 diseases. Others, like the flu and hepatitis A and B, would be optional. Trump signed an executive order directing agencies, including the CDC, to align their policies with the report. President Trump has passed his annual health exam. A White House memo reports strong cardiac, pulmonary, neurological, and overall physical function. But his physician is recommending the president to lose weight and exercise more. Trump, who will soon be turning 80, gained 15 pounds since last year. The United States is focusing on fighting Lyme disease and other tick-related illnesses. On Friday, Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. announced several initiatives aimed at strengthening U.S. response to these threats through a new multi-million-dollar program. Officials at HHS also say they are working toward the goal of reducing cases of Lyme disease by 25% by 2035. Fewer Americans are smoking less than ever before. A new survey from the CDC shows just 1 in 11 adults said they were current smokers. Back in the mid-1960s, 42% of U.S. adults were smokers. Doctors say cigarette smoking is a risk factor for lung cancer, heart disease, and stroke. As for electronic cigarettes, they have been inching up among adults, but the survey says it held steady last year at about 7%. Incredible video captures the moment the final 4 villagers were rescued from a flooded cave in Laos. 7 villagers had initially entered the cave, but only 5 were found alive after 10 days. 1 was rescued Friday, and the remaining 4 were rescued Saturday. Jen Sullivan has details on the dramatic rescue and how the men are doing now.
Cheers and cries heard as the remaining 4 men trapped inside a cave in Laos for more than a week are finally free. This video capturing their emotional reunion, families tearfully embracing. The 4 remaining men were able to crawl out on their own on Saturday after rescue crews successfully pumped out water inside the cave. Originally, divers from an international rescue team planned to rescue them in high waters, which they say would have been dangerous for everyone involved.
It was the best outcome.
Exhausted after spending 10 days in dark, damp conditions, the men were taken to a camp to undergo medical care. You can see them wrapped in foil on stretchers.
The adrenaline, they run for their life, and once they arrive to the camp, they just like
You can see one of the villagers being placed in an ambulance. Some of the men developed skin and intestinal problems. The 5 villagers were illegally mining for gold May 20th when torrential rain caused flash flooding, sealing their exit more than 850 feet away. Rescuers finally discovered them a week later. Friday, one of the trapped men was able to be rescued, telling people he was grateful to be out. There are still 2 other villagers not connected to this group that are believed to still be trapped inside. As of Saturday afternoon, rescue crews were still searching for them. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
2 Coastal Bend baseball teams are championship bound. The London Pirates beat Huntington 7-6 in Game 3 to get back to the state championship, while the Killallen Wildcats ruled Bullard 14-4 in 5 innings to also move on to the state title game. Weatherfest took over the Corpus Christi Museum of Science and History on Saturday. Guests got to enjoy a full day of hands-on weather activities, live demonstrations, and interactive experiences for the whole family. I spoke with the museum's director of strategic initiative.
You know, hurricane season right around the corner. June 1st is the kickoff to hurricane season. We want to make sure that our community is prepared and just well informed, very knowledgeable.
Guests were also able to explore the AEP mobile unit up close to see who's turning the lights back on when the storm hits. School is out for the summer months, and one business is holding a back-to-summer block party with a mission to raise money for summer meals for children. El Vago No. 2 is heating things up with a back-to-summer block party Saturday. The event isn't just about fun, it's also helping feed kids for free all summer long. There were vendors and entertainment for the community. Bright colors and talented artists. I'll share the details of the annual Mural Fest next.
You're watching KRIS 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
The 5th annual Mural Fest is underway in downtown Corpus Christi, bringing the community together one tile at a time. The event kicked off with a community building project where residents painted individual tiles that will become a part of a larger community mural. Organizers say the mural will include 600 hand-painted tiles representing a member of the community. So far, about 200 tiles have been completed, with hundreds more to go before next week's deadline.
And it's just a reminder of what we can accomplish together. This is a community love mural. It's the significance of this year's mural selection.
The finished Community Love mural will be displayed on the 600 block of Chaparral Street, serving as a reminder of what can be accomplished when people come together. 5 murals will be unveiled June 5th as part of Mural Fest 10 Art Walk. On June 6th, there will be an artist summit.
I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Jacob Daniels, in my neighborhood, Flower Bluff. And today, history just happened, and it flew right by.
A plane built by high school students just took to the skies for the very first time. Students and staff lined Waldron Road Tuesday morning to watch the historic flight. Student Barrett Matthews helped build the aircraft and got to ride inside first.
It was surreal. Like I said earlier, it's crazy to work on something for 3 years and then actually see it work. Because, you run into so many problems and you're like, there's no way this thing's going to fly. Like, it's built by kids. And then you're flying over and you're like, oh my God, this is crazy.
The plane safely touched back down at Corpus Christi International Airport, and students hope this successful flight keeps the aviation program alive for future classes.
A fundraiser is being held in Fremont to help the family of 16-year-old Librado Tellez Jr. with funeral expenses following his unexpected death. Tellez was shot and killed just days after graduating from Fremont High School. Details surrounding the incident have not been released. Ambassadors of the Heart is hosting a burger combo sale and car wash to support the Tellez family on Saturday from noon until 4 p.m. at Rowdy D's Chill Zone, a spot friends say was one of Tellez's favorite hangouts. Organizers hope the community will come out to show support for the family during this difficult time. For more information, visit our website at kristv.com. Don't go anywhere. We'll have a full look at your weekend forecast when we come back.
Good evening, folks. Happy Saturday to you once again. If you haven't been outside already, man, you better get outside for the rest of tonight. We're going to be cooling down to the 80s over the next several hours. You'll notice an increase in clouds, but we are going to be staying dry all across the coastal bend. Great news for many of us who are maybe a little tired of the rain. Again, I don't know. I'm a rain fan, so I'll take all that we can get. But definitely looking at a very pleasant and quiet night here in the area. All right, let's talk about those clouds in particular. This is tonight, 7 o'clock, and again, those clouds moving in from South Texas all the way across the coastal bend. Notice, though, not tracking the greens, the yellows, the reds, the oranges, the pinks. Yeah, because we're not looking at any thunderstorms for tonight, for tomorrow. It's just going to be good old clouds. And, I can appreciate the clouds. It kind of helps us stay cool certain times of day, and other times of day, it actually helps us stay a little bit warmer. Overnight tonight, we'll be going down into the mid-70s for folks inland. And look at that, high 70s. Waking up tomorrow, 7 o'clock, Port A at 79 to start the day off. So almost 80 degrees to start your morning tomorrow, again, due to the clouds that are going to be up above. Not tracking any rain for your Sunday, so looking really good as we move throughout all day on your Sunday. Really nothing to complain about. We have been tracking a lot of rain, though, here across the coastal bend. And the good news is most, if not all of our areas, lakes and reservoirs have seen increases, which is fantastic. We're up almost 11% combined, meaning, hey, yeah, we definitely saw some improvement. And we are expected to see more improvement as we go throughout the next couple days, too. Check this out. Rain chances will return as we move into Tuesday, really, and beyond. Actually, Monday, you might see a shower or two. Not expecting too much activity, really, this week. Now, we'll watch the end of the week to see if something more significant does pop up and is expected to move here across the coastal bend. But in the meantime, we're looking really good with rain chances starting to return. Again, I would say Tuesday and beyond into the weekend. Not expecting anything very significant, super strong like what we saw earlier on this week and last weekend. But overall, we will be tracking some isolated rain chances as we move throughout the week ahead. So here's what your day looks like tomorrow. Again, waking up warm to start and only warming up a couple of degrees, mid 80s to high 80s as we end up the day tomorrow. Again, clouds, but staying warm, staying dry. This is very nice. Of course, perfect for some beach weather. You want to head out to the beach. Again, on that note, check this out. Low rip current risks. The waves aren't going to be a problem. The water is going to be warm. Honestly, you just got to make sure you put on the sunscreen because we all know you could absolutely get burned when the clouds are up above. Okay, let's take a look at that 70 forecast for you. Temperatures will be in the high 80s, low 90s for us tomorrow. Hurricane season begins on Monday. Can you believe it? We're going into that season now. Temperatures staying in the low 90s, high 80s as we move throughout the week ahead, which is exactly where we should be at.
Hundreds of boxes and thousands of pounds of food. I'm your neighborhood news reporter Jada Jenkins with the initiative marking America's 250th anniversary that brought a major donation to the Coastal Bend Food Bank.
We might not always agree with all the politics that are going on in America, but it's nice to be a part of something that's bigger than ourselves.
Sarah Johnson says she heard about the event through her church and spent her day off bringing her niece and nephew to help volunteer box food for families in need. The donation brought 40,000 pounds of food to the Coastal Bend, part of a partnership between America 250 and the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, leading up to America's 250th anniversary.
A roller coaster ride turned into a harrowing experience for 8 students after it became stalled just short of its highest point Thursday night in Galveston, Texas. Firefighters performing a daring rescue nearly 100 feet in the air to bring every rider to safety. As Gage Golding reports, the rescue was nothing short of incredible.
Meet the heroes who made the daring rescue that's been seen around the world.
The fact that when you come to work, you have no clue what you're getting into. Every day is different.
These 5 Galveston firefighters spending more than 4 hours Thursday evening rescuing 8 kids stuck on a roller coaster. The group was on a school trip from Houston when the Iron Shark coaster at Galveston's Pleasure Pier stopped just a few feet from the top. Now look, the Iron Shark coaster, it has an emergency elevator just for situations just like this, but it was broken. Those kids were stuck nearly 100 feet in the air at a perfect 90-degree angle. This is what it looks like from up there. The firefighters, to them, pretty much just looking like ants. The moments firefighters reached the kids, captured by helicopter.
There's quite a few that were crying. Some of them were just asking, how are you going to get us down? Who's going first? And then we just kind of brought some humor into it, joked around with them.
One by one, they were strapped in harnesses and their safety restraints released.
I mean, at some point before we released the armrest, we couldn't tighten down the harness as tight as we wanted to. We had to lift the arm and then do it.
And as if that wasn't the most dangerous part, each kid had to make the 100-foot climb down the ladder.
I had, at some point, them clipped into me, so I said, if something happens to you, I'm going with you.
So you can just see the overwhelming, just like I made it. I'm on solid ground.
There was the last kid in the white shirt, and he's like, he thinks he wants to be a firefighter now.
With the summer heat, you need to remember that flowers need a drink too. I'll share the details of National Water a Flower Day next.
You're watching KRIS 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
Before you stop and smell the roses, make sure they've had a drink. That's because Saturday is National Water a Flower Day. The annual observance is a reminder to give flowers and garden plants a little extra attention as the growing season gets underway. New seeds need regular watering to sprout, and potted flowers often need more frequent watering than plants in the ground. And as temperatures heat up, don't forget to keep yourself hydrated while you're out watering your flowers.
All right, folks. So again, we're actually looking at a great day tomorrow to wrap up the weekend. Temperatures in the high 80s, low 90s, but really hard to beat the weather for tomorrow, other than the clouds keeping us dry tomorrow. Monday and really into the rest of the week, we are going to introduce those rain chances once again. Temperatures staying above average, or right at average, rather, as we move into the week ahead. So staying where we should be at with those daily chances for showers and storms Monday and beyond.
That's all the time we have for now. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your weekend.